it's Froggy, and I'm back again with another episode of C14 Dating. So, we are going to assist Kyler in the cave. This is the day of the festival or whatever, so last time we helped with the utensils, this time we're helping in the cave. I'm going to help. I turned and realized Kyler already vanished. Producing a weak laugh, I gestured toward the pathway leading to the cave. I'm gonna go see if Kyler doesn't mind some assistance. Excusing myself, I set off at a brisk half jog until I caught up to Kyler. He gave me a side glance but said nothing, and I figured it was his way of accepting my help. Kyler explained that we would be setting up cutouts of animals that existed 30,000 years ago. The cutouts were already propped up against the walls of the wet screening room. There was scaled-down portraits of cave bears, Irish elks, and woolly mammoths, rhinos, red foxes, and a family of Neanderthals, and many, many bats. I picked up one of the bats posed in mid-flight. If this were a video game, the encounter rate in the cave would be extremely high.
We'll be concentrating most of these near the front. Visitors will go through the main entrance and descend to the bottom and exit that way.
The cutouts were light, and we easily carried them down the catwalk. I climbed to the higher levels of the cave away from the excavations and placed the elk on a hopefully eye-catching position. Kyler attached some of the bats to the measuring strings used to indicate the squares. I noticed that there were more lights around to help illuminate the cave. There was a perfect notch in one of the columns that would hold the upside-down bat picture. I stretched out my arms, trying not to step on the slippery stones around it. Little more.
I got that.
He plucked the bat out of my hand and effortlessly wedged the cutout into the column. Thanks. I noticed that he was holding a large flashlight and he pointed to the catwalk.
I think we are all done here. Thanks for placing all of the grounded cutouts.
We walked over to the edge and Kyler gingerly stepped down. As I bent my knees and prepared to jump, Kyler offered a hand. Grateful, I used it for support and hopped down. There was an awkward pause as Kyler held my hand for longer than I expected. Realizing it, he hastily withdrew and glanced away. Now what?
If you'd like, I could show you the bottom of the cave. Only a portion of it is illuminated, but I thought that I should show you the rest.
Respectfully decline, accept his offer.
Yeah, we're gonna go for it.
Really? Could you? I haven't seen it yet, and I'd love to. I knew that we still had the festival to set up, but I was sure a few minutes couldn't hurt. Besides, he did finish earlier thanks to my help. Delighted by my response, Kyler pointed the flashlight ahead, and we took the catwalk that branched out from the usual path to the stairs. In addition to the bottom of the cave being darker, I noticed that it had a mustier smell and there was no measuring equipment. I had the feeling not many people came down here aside from the main excavation team.
This is the lowest accessible level of the cave. If you continue this way, you'll be directly under the entrance and the wet screening room. Most of Callan is still filled with sediments. Its true scope has yet to be determined.
I followed Kyler down the narrow passage. Down here was also damper, probably closer to the water table. Kyler's flashlight gleamed over various spots, allowing me to soak in the scenery.
He said that when the cave was first discovered, they found cave bear bones deliberately placed on a rock cavity that resembled a box.
Really? What happened to it?
I'm not sure. It wasn't recorded, and now it's supposedly in a private collection. You're not scared of spiders, right?
No, why? To answer, Kyler shone the flashlight deep into a crevice, revealing hundreds, if not thousands, of cream-colored sacks attached to the uneven wall.
Ugh. Ugh, that gave me the heebie-jeebies.
It looked like a dim, starry sky, and I couldn't help but shiver. But in an awestruck way, who else could say they'd seen such a big cluster of spider eggs before? Wow, that's both cool and kinda creepy. I stood there marveling at the sight for a few moments. The pristine portion of the cave was fascinating. Excavating was interesting, but at the same time I felt sad to know that when they were finished digging, Callan would be a hollow shell. I guess they could keep tours going or something. A reminder of what was found and what it had once looked like. Snapping out of my thoughts, I turned my attention to Kyler. He didn't seem to mind. In fact, he was happy that I admired the surroundings. Taking a few steps forward, he extended a hand toward me.
Careful, the surface gets rocky up ahead. Watch your step here.
Achievement unlocked. Kyler Festival.
Look at how cute they are. And he's all like focused and they're holding hands. This is so cute.
I accepted his hand and we rounded the corner. The flashlight beam danced over the ground and I noticed the floor wasn't any rockier than where we'd first arrived.
He's blushing too. He's so freaking cute. Oh, I love him.
You know, if you wanted to hold my hand... I cupped a hand over my mouth and stood on my tippy toes, my breath tickling his ear. You could have just asked. He whirled around, blushing furiously, and I felt his hand become hot in my grip. Pushing his bangs away, he struggled to respond calmly.
That wasn't my intention. It was merely...
His heel caught on a rock, causing him to sway backward. I pulled him toward me to help regain his balance, similar to a dance move. I used my other hand to steady his upper arm since he held the flashlight. We were silent for a few moments before he cleared his throat and turned toward our original direction.
That's why... Oh, you're the cutest thing ever when you're angry, too. Look at this angry blush. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love him so much. You make me so giddy. I haven't felt this way in so long. There we go. I had to get a screenshot of that for myself. Ah, he's so cute.
Sure. We resumed our walk, with Kyler a step ahead of me, using his flashlight to guide us. If I leaned in, I could see a calm smile on his face, as if he were comforted by something. We reached the end of the passageway and he directed the flashlight straight up. I saw the square catwalk of the wet screening room.
We'll have to backtrack, but there's a second entrance that we can use. It'll take us to a location under the balcony outside. And that's the conclusion of our tour.
Thanks for taking the time out to guide me. Not even Augustine or Sherry did that for me.
I didn't mind. You're genuinely interested in archaeology and I wanted to show you. I'm glad it piqued your interest.
We retraced our steps, but continued to the second entrance Kyler mentioned. It was also a large steel door, but it was unlocked due to the upcoming tours. Kyler switched off the flashlight as we stepped outside, and my eyes adjusted to the bright light. I blinked twice and took a breath of fresh air. Now what?
I have to adjust the lighting, but it's rather tedious for you. You'll probably be more helpful at the museum.
Not complaining with that. See you later, Kyler. We exchanged goodbyes and he re-entered the cave. There was a steep yet worn trail that led back up to the shed. I balled the hand that Kyler had held, still touched by his gesture. It felt like a natural step between us, and I was happy it was mutual, even if we didn't put it into words yet. Now's not the time to daydream. I should see what else I can do.
I loved it so much. Okay, so we are going to be starting the festival now. And I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.